All right, now that we've all had a moment to wipe our tears, clear our minds, and thank John Cena for our childhood, my biggest question is what do we do with Gunther now? The guy's not working on any other storylines. The guy isn't currently working towards any championship, like on Raw, that's Braun Breaker in the Division going after CM Punk. On SmackDown, that's Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. So what happens to Gunther now? He just beat the biggest babyface in the history of WWE, the never give up guy. He made him give up. So this sets him up for something huge, but it seems like WWE doesn't have anything aligned for him. So what does he do from here? What happens now? Hey, since you're here, might as well subscribe, right? I think the most important thing that this did for Gunther is that he is now on the same echelon as the Universal title. He is now too big for the WWE World title because as much as WWE wants us to believe that both of these titles are the same, that both of these titles are equal to each other, that they're both WWE titles, that they're both the big ones, they're not. There's certain people that can and will win the undisputed title, and there's certain people that can and will win the WWE World title. Look at who's won the undisputed title in recent years, right? Since Triple H took over the WWE in July of 2022, there have only been three people, standard math, three people that have held that undisputed championship. It has been Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. That's it. Before that, it was Brock Lesnar, right? So no one's going to come here and tell me that both titles mean the same thing to WWE because they absolutely do not, right? Do you think Jey Uso could have held the undisputed championship? Absolutely not. But he held the WWE World Championship. Fine, right? So it's kind of a stepping stone to get to the undisputed championship. But I think that after Gunther has retired both Goldberg and now John Cena, he is 100% capable and entitled to that undisputed championship. There's only a number of WWE guys who I feel like are worthy of the undisputed championship, right? There's a lot of people that can absolutely get the WWE World Championship. Give Dominic Mysterio the WWE World Championship, and I don't think anyone would have a problem. But give him the undisputed championship, and I don't think he's quite there yet, right? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, maybe AJ Styles, maybe Kevin Owens. I wouldn't even say Sami Zayn is in that line, right? But I feel like Gunther is now on the same echelon as these other guys. He 100% can and should hold the undisputed championship next. But at the same time, right, how do we get him there? We've already teased this whole Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes thing at WrestleMania, and 100% that's probably going to be the match that we get. But like I said, with this under his belt now, with Gunther being the most hated heel in WWE, if you threw him in there and made this a triple threat match, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. Well, that's not true. There's definitely going to be people on the internet that have a problem with it because all of a sudden we don't like Gunther. All of a sudden we don't think that Gunther is a good wrestler. All of a sudden, the big heel, the big dude that uses fundamentals of wrestling, that makes boring wrestling entertaining, all of a sudden the internet doesn't like this guy in WWE. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. That's the weirdest thing I've heard in such a long time. I don't understand what's wrong with the IWC. Back to my original point, though. I don't think that the WWE would have entrusted Gunther with the responsibilities of retiring John Cena, of retiring Goldberg, if they didn't have something huge planned for him already. So I think one of those things is absolutely going to be to put the undisputed title on him. I don't know if it's going to be now. I don't know if it's going to be a WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to be a triple threat, a multi-man match. I don't know if it's going to be after WrestleMania, but that 100% has to and I think will be his next title. But more than that, I think what we have in Gunther now is the ultimate gatekeeper heel in the WWE, right? Someone who's in line with like The Undertaker in the 90s, right? Or like Yokozuna before him, Brock Lesnar recently, right? Kind of like what Kane was during the Attitude Era a little bit. I think that Gunther is the big monster heel that the WWE has been looking for that they haven't been able to get in such a long time. So I think that he is going to be used as a tool to build baby faces, right? Jey Uso was part of that, like part of his test was that, right? Like he beat Gunther. We get those stupid "you tapped out" chants now, unfortunately for Gunther, but he made Gunther top out, and it made Jey Uso kind of feel, at least for a little bit, like he was the real deal, right? As much as people on the internet love to hate on Jey Uso, the fact that he beat Gunther made him feel like a legit champion. And I think that that's what WWE has gained here with Gunther, being one of the most hated people on the roster, if not honestly the most hated person on the roster at this point. He is a magnet, a way to build baby faces. How do you turn a heel into a face? Have him beat Gunther now. That's just how you're gonna have to do it. There just isn't anyone currently in the WWE that holds that role, right? Like Brock Lesnar is that. But Brock Lesnar doesn't have a lot more left in him. There's reports that he's retiring this year, as a matter of fact, right? And even if he's not, right? Like how often is Brock Lesnar around? Brock Lesnar's around, 3, 4, 5 weeks out of the year on a good year. So I think WWE is super smart in having Gunther be that person, because who else is gonna be that person? I feel like they tried to maybe do that with Omos, but I mean, Omos just lacked the in-ring ability. Someone like Obafemi could be a heel who becomes that one day, but he's not. He's not main roster yet, right? He's still NXT. He's definitely ready for the main roster, but he's not there yet. So Gunther is the perfect person for this. I feel like WWE. A lot of you are going to disagree with this. I feel like WWE made the right call by making him tap out John Cena. I know. I also hate that the never give up guy gave up. I do. I also do hate it. But I think that thinking long term storytelling, thinking years down the line, building this big, bad, unbeatable heel in Gunther, I think ultimately Triple H and WWE made the right call here. As much as it hurts everyone, as much as it hurts me, because honestly, I did think that John Cena should have lost. I don't think this is how he should have lost, but think about what it did for WWE as a whole, and in that sense, I think Triple H was pretty smart in booking it the way he did. So there you have it, guys. Pretty short and sweet video today. I just kind of, as I sat and rewatched last night's main event and just thought about why Triple H and WWE would book this not so good feeling to end John Cena's career, right? And honestly, why John Cena would agree to this, because of course John Cena agreed to this. I feel like they're thinking long game, right? They're thinking WWE 10, 15, 20 years down the line, however long Gunther has left in him. And this really is the right call. Like, think about any rising star. Think about if the Carmelo Hayes one day wants to go after one of the big championships, and we're not quite sure whether or not he's ready, even as a fan base, and WWE wants to see whether or not he has what it takes to be that next big guy. What a perfect way to do it. Then put him up against Gunther, see how the crowd reacts to this, see what kind of believability he has against the big bad monster on the roster, and we take it from there. Whether he's the champion or not, being that gatekeeper, being that, I don't know, Bowser, right? Being, no pun intended, being the final boss of the WWE. I think that's his role moving forward. I think it's the right role. I think WWE does need that person, right? Like I said, Brock Lesnar doesn't have very much left in him. Braun Breaker will get there, but he's not quite there yet. So as of right now, I think Gunther in that role, man, WWE made the right move. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know. We need this good versus bad thing in the WWE, and Roman Reigns was that, right? Most recently as the tribal chief. Now he's like babyface-ish guy. So he's not that anymore. So we definitely needed that role to be filled, and Gunther retiring the two biggest. Listen, Goldberg isn't a babyface now, but he was definitely a babyface during his rise, right? Retiring Goldberg, retiring John Cena, right? The two guys that just never lost. And having both of them lose their last match against Gunther, I think just sets up Gunther for everyone's final boss moving forward. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know how wrong I am. Let me know if you think there's anyone else that could fit those shoes. I honestly can't think of anyone. Like I said, Brock Lesnar is gone this year probably. Braun Breaker will be that. He's not that quite yet. Name anyone else. You can't. Anyway, since you made it this far, make sure to drop a like. I'd like for you to prove me wrong. So please let me know in the comments what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me who the right person is for the job. Anyway, though, like I said, since you made it this time, drop a like. Since you made it this far, check out one of my other videos. I make a lot of videos. They're a lot of fun. Interact with them. Let me know how wrong I am with all of my hot takes. But anyway, though, until next time, peace, nerds.